Okay, cool.
All right. So yeah, I mean, first of all, why did you decide to get the coaching?
Yeah, so I'm a Warwick main in the past
Hmm.
and kind of recently got into just watching streamers on Twitch, and I was watching a streamer that played Ekko, and then they had talked about getting coaching from you. And I guess the reason why I'm switching from Warwick to Ekko is because I've learned like just watching the plays, it's just more fun. And
Yeah.
kind of got bored with Warwick, and um, I've watched a number of your videos and your streams, and uh, I just like the way you present the information. And I know in general I need work in my jungle
Hmm.
macro plays, and then also the mechanics of Go. So I guess overall
Okay.
I'm really new with Echo, but I'm just looking to get better
Want to get
kind
a
of in
head
every
start,
area.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty had some pretty rough games yesterday. I
I
got tilted
mean,
pretty hard,
well, you're
so I
mostly
should have.
playing normals, right? I guess.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've played like maybe a handful of ranked on my other account just because I don't really care
Hmm.
about it as much.
Do you have ranked anxiety? What you say?
Huh?
Do you have like ranked anxiety?
Maybe not. I guess I just don't want to like get my team tilted. Maybe if I'm
Mm,
not, because I know I'm not the best mechanically with Echo yet,
hmm.
and I wouldn't want somebody to come into my ranked game with poor mechanics or not really, having the idea of you don't even know how to play your champ while you're doing this kind of thing. So
Yeah. No, I mean that's like a very reasonable thing to say, I guess in general. I mean, just are you generally you feel like you're not playing that many ranked games or?
I mean, I was with Warwick, but I haven't with Echo because I
Hmm.
probably started playing him about 2 months ago, maybe less.
I think two
Um,
months is like a reasonable time for where you
yeah,
could start playing him in ranked. I mean, of course, if you don't feel like you're comfortable with him, then no, you don't need to rush it. I'm just saying, like
yeah.
generally.
I guess I am on the borderline now. I am like I've played ranked with him on my other account
Hmm.
um a couple of times and maybe here a couple of times, but um
Yeah, but I mean, generally, you're not someone that because some people they do just have like genuine ranked anxiety where they're like not even uh like they don't
yeah,
want to queue up or whatever. Like it really shouldn't, in my opinion, it shouldn't affect you that much.
okay.
It's just a fucking game, you know.
True, true. Facts.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so do you have like a goal this season, rank wise, maybe?
Yeah, I'd like to get the gold, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Never get
haven't
the gold
managed that
though.
really. You've been playing for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm still
But
terrible.
have you never really tried to improve or?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of mess around. I mean, I play enough, but I think this year is probably, I feel like with Warwick, I was good macro wise in general and being able to capitalize, but he kind of falls off and I kind of was just getting bored with him. So,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
Warwick
I like the
is
plays.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It is what
He's
it
a
is.
brute. Yeah, yeah, easy champ. Just bring
Yeah,
that
and also
that fire.
very limited, I guess I would say. Of
Yeah,
course, like I think the most viable Warwick position is probably top lane. There's some master top lane Warwick players. So it's mostly just like a cheesy playstyle, you know. It's not something I personally enjoy, and I feel like most people probably will get bored of it at some point.
yeah.
Mm. Okay, so I mean, what do you think your biggest weaknesses are? Like, not maybe not even just on Echo, maybe in general, because of course you have been in this kind of elo for a long time, so there must be like
Yeah.
some.
So even when okay, so the biggest, because I know CSing is huge, right? I know
Hmm.
I watch some of your streams and you want to get those CS numbers up and been trying to do that. I think lately my biggest issue is trying to get the CS numbers up, and then if I do that, I leave teammates kind of alone too long where they just want to FF. But again, it's
Mm,
norms, so that they just try to FF all the time.
yeah.
Um, but I guess figuring, well, two things: either when I do have the lead, how to snowball the lead, and then also B, when do I actually try to show on the map to kind of keep the team morale up and make an
Mm.
impact, and then go back
I mean,
to
you shouldn't show up on the map just for the team morale. You should do it for
yeah.
like winning the game, you
Well,
know.
true.
But
I mean, I guess like team morale isn't getting kills and yeah, but
yeah, I understand what you mean, of course. Maybe that's a reason also why you should maybe play ranked instead of normals if you feel like people are surrendering too easily in normals.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good
of
point.
course in ranked people will take it a little bit more serious. Of course in your elo maybe not as much as in a little bit higher elos, but still people will try to win more in ranked and like will probably play more serious team comps and that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
yeah, I think just don't care so much about your teammates. Like you're not holding them back that much, even if you're playing bad. And if you're playing bad, then you will just derank, and then at some point you will be in an elo where you can win games. Like if that actually would be
Mm,
the case. So
yeah.
I guess are there like specific situations where you struggle in like maybe stages of the game where you like really struggle? And of course, if you're in this elo, you're probably not the best at any stage, but.
Because I mean, I know you can be aggressive.
Mhm.
I have a more a tendency to be passive,
Yeah.
and you get your damage numbers up, and I feel like every time I look at the damage charts, my damage is super low, and
Hmm.
it's like
So have you
not
tried just playing
embarrassing.
more aggressive?
I have yesterday, and that's why I got the losing streak.
Oh,
Um, so that
but
didn't really work out in my favor, but
okay, but
still.
see, like these stats, like just these last four games
Mhm.
are much better than a lot of these stats. I would say. I mean, okay, this is an Aram, but like a lot of these stats are just so passive. And like in 23 minutes, only getting 2 kills, especially with a Malzahar, and the Mazar was even, I guess, the best one on your team. Yeah, like these damage numbers are very low, and it also shows here, right? We'll get
Yeah, it
to.
does. Yeah.
I don't even share my screen yet, but I guess I can do that. But I want to ask you, I guess, some a little bit more questions.
Mhm.
I mean, are there? Would you say there are like bad habits that you usually do? You maybe flash too easily and that kind of stuff, or
Oh, Rocket Belt. Need to use Rocket Belt more. I
are
know
you
that.
you're
I
just
forget
not
I even
using
have
it
it.
at all?
Sometimes, or maybe I'm using it incorrectly, and then placing
Mm-hmm.
the W, like where do I place it to get the most use out of it, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Okay. So, but I mean, I think you've watched some of my coaching videos, right?
Mhm. Yes.
So as I always ask the question with the mechanics, right? So I think you know the answer generally. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
mean,
that you should really think about the abilities. Would you say that's something you actually apply though, even though you know it? Because
it's
it
something
kind
I
of sounds like yeah,
need to work on with Warwick. I felt more comfortable just because he's a tank, and I feel more fragile as Echo. So
you
being
are.
able to confidently go in, so it's two different play styles. So I'm trying to adjust to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen other people go in there and dodge and be patient, because if you get invaded or something, your advice is, just be calm, right? You need to be calm.
Yeah.
And a couple times it's worked out, but then I do know I kind of freak out.
You,
I'm
you
like,
get
okay,
invaded a
that,
lot or what? Like people always tell me they get
mm,
invaded. I don't remember the last time I got invaded. Like
yeah,
especially by solo jungles never invade in higher elos. I feel like at the moment like or you basically
yeah,
never meet them when they invade. Like a good jungle. It's like a good like thief or whatever. They will invade your house basically, and if they're good, then they won't even be caught. Like that's how a good jungle invades usually. They will just get the camps for free. They won't really meet you
hmm,
at
yeah,
the camps, but like it seems to me a lot of the times people meet like lower, especially in lower eels, it seems to happen a lot. But the
yeah.
reason it doesn't happen in higher eels because it should get punished, and
You'll
you
get
should
punished, right?
you will just ping like help whatever, and you with Echo you can zone people away. It shouldn't really result in you dying ever. Like
Yeah,
if you die, then you're just misplayed.
yeah,
Sometimes you might have to give up the camp if like your laners are base or whatever. You can't really get any help, but generally shouldn't be a big problem. Are you using any jungle timer app?
yes, I am. Yep, I
Okay.
used to use Professor, but now I use Blitz. I saw you using it, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it
Um,
makes a huge difference.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
Uh,
it does any difference, honestly. I know a lot of people use Professor. Mm. Okay, I guess, yeah, we
I'd
can
say,
look. Yeah.
oh, I do need to. So I mean, I guess now thinking about it also is figuring out when map awareness for the lanes, right? You need to look at each lane and figure out like what are the pros and cons to ganking and whether or not you're gonna come out with it. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do the coin flips, you say. So learning how to read those matchups, I guess maybe, or maybe that's just
Mm.
in general. That's something I
Yeah.
needed to do.
Yeah, that's of course. I mean, that's a lot of it has to do with experience, of course. But I mean, you've been playing for quite some time, so you should have general experience. Although, of course, if you play in this elo, like
Yeah.
you get bad habits for sure, right?
Mm,
Especially if you play in it for a long time and you don't and like people don't play to the limits of the champs, you don't really learn.
right.
Of course, that's why you need to watch better players. But I mean, you started doing that, you said, right? So,
Hmm. Yeah.
but did you
I
actually
had
just start this season or what? Like actually watching?
with
Do you never
Ekko,
watch people? No, I mean in general maybe
or
or
yeah, no, I really haven't ever watched anyone before. Yeah, somebody
that definitely helps for
mentioned it.
sure.
Yeah, it
Like
does. Yeah.
because you just if you only play with people that are like similar to your level and they also play their champ to let's say like 30% of how good they could play them, then of
Hmm.
course it's just you don't even really learn. You don't really learn the actual limits. I
Right.
think one thing that really helped me was like watching Mid Beast. Like he just he usually looks at like mid lane gameplay, of course. So I don't even care that much about it. But just of course you see how all the people play in those games in these like 1K LP challenger lobbies, and you just see the kind of plays they go for. You can learn so much from that. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend it to you at this point because you're like silver 4. There's such a huge gap, but
Hmm.
um, just like I mean, even, it can't hurt anyways. But I'm just gonna say I
Yeah.
think it definitely helps me more than it will help you at this point because there's probably a
Uh-huh.
lot more missing in between there. But yeah,
Right.
just generally watching better players is gonna help you improve a lot. I think.
Yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
yeah, I mean, let's look at your OPGG. I think you probably play with the right rune setup generally. Oh no, actually, okay, you definitely play with Futures Market. I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
looked.
that was a mess up. That was
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot to switch it. Usually
Just
I
like
do
the
try to.
automatic runes. Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
think
kind
you
of.
should also usually take armor.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
was it
that one
like
I
a
was just
one-off?
testing.
Or...
Usually I don't ever do health. I was just
hmm
testing something out.
Yeah, okay. Here again. I mean, you're testing quite a lot. I think the general thing is just electrocute, treasure hunter, and magical footwear futures market. It's like the easiest, I would say, to play with.
Yeah.
And at
Okay.
the moment, for me, it's like the one I like the most. It just
Yep.
feels the most consistent, and especially if you're learning, then I think I can just recommend going for this kind of
Okay.
setup for sure. But you've been playing with it. Like, right, Dark Harvest just forces you to collect stacks so much. It doesn't even outscale that quickly, so it just makes the game unnecessarily difficult for you, and it's not really that great. I think Dark Harvest is really overrated. I mean, I've played with it a bunch this season as well, and of course, it feels good if you actually get into the game, but yeah, generally, it's not even that great. I mean, I saw you build like rapid fire in some of these games. I can only recommend doing that if you're actually really fat, you know,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
you can you have like good targets that you want to hit. In these kind of games with these stats, I don't think you should ever build Zeal because or like rapid fire because then you're just missing damage. You can only
Okay.
really afford it when you're ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, do you only build mercs?
Usually, because I'm protective, I am
Okay, but
scared.
that's like yeah. See, like there's like this saying, of course, the best defense is like a good offense and whatever. Of course, that's not always true, but it's like it does apply. Of course, you know, if you just manage to kill people faster, it obviously helps as well, right? And
Right.
in some games, the mercs just don't have enough value to warrant buying them. Let's say this game, for example, I don't think they're worth. You know, Volibear has his stun, and then Thresh has his hook, but that's all the CC. And the Volibear stun, first of all, is quite short, and second of all, he usually isn't able to or shouldn't be able to use it on you because you can just Q him and then he can't really run you down.
Oh,
And Thresh Hook is very dodgeable, right? Like it's
I guess I
a
was the Kled was really fed, so I thought
it
because
doesn't
it's a
help you
little.
against Kled.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay.
I mean,
So
it only against his slow way, you know. It doesn't really help you that much. You're not buying mercs for slows. You're only really buying it for actual CC. Like
right, but doesn't
unless
he have
the
CC if he hooks you though, or he?
yeah, but it pulls you, and that's
Uh-huh.
not affected, and then it slows you for quite a bit. So of
Oh,
course it
okay.
will help you, but it's not like you're not playing it against it. Like more damage will help you way more, just so you can actually maybe kill him. Yeah, he even built a very squishy build. So in
Yeah.
these kind of situations, definitely like Sorks should be your baseline. They
Okay.
should be the boots you want to build most games. In some games, it just has more value to yeah. Again, this game for example as well, much better to build Sorks. And especially if you're solo AP, I don't know. I guess this guy went AP as well, but still, Like if you're solo AP, they have much more value in general. But
That's right.
yeah, I think most of these games you don't need to build mercs, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
even this one, I feel like did she go ever? She didn't even go Everfrost. If she would go Everfrost, maybe, but yeah. Okay, so I guess yeah. If we look at your League of Graphs, definitely like it's what you said, right? Your damage dealt and that very low. I think you really need to start just play more aggressive and then learn your limits from that. Right? You might lose LP, but you shouldn't worry about that. I mean, you can play normals of course as well and just learn there, but I would recommend you to generally just play ranked because people will take it more seriously there, and at some like ranked feels like normals to me nowadays. You know, it's like of course I try my
Yeah.
best, but it's not something I worry about. It's not like I don't need to be like pumped up or anything for it. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm gaming. It's whatever. Yeah, like this is definitely very low. It just shows that you're not confident in your ELA passive jungler and whatever. You just need to find out your limits more, I guess. Of course, if you watch me and whatever, you see what kind of place you can go for. I mean, just try to imitate it. Honestly, if you maybe you say you're also not super confident mechanically or whatever, you're not very good. But how are you gonna get better if you're not even trying? You know.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
You need to try that. That's why all these Chinese players and whatever they're so good mechanically because all they do is fight. Like the games last like 20 minutes on average or whatever, but they just perma fight and that's how like they have the most fun like that, you know? Like fighting is the most fun in the game. So you should just do it as much as possible. And in this elo it's genuinely super easy to outplay and you will get better at some point, right? Like
Hmm.
especially of course if you watch people and see how much you can get away with. Yeah, you're like all of these stats are gonna be bad, of course, if you like it all adds up, of course. So there's not really anything we can pick out of it here. I think just generally, I want you to play as aggressive as possible and like really go
Okay.
for plays. And of course, I guess
Yeah.
I can also tell you in game. Maybe sometimes you might not think that you can go for certain plays, and I can tell you you can get that or whatever.
Hmm.
Mm. But yeah, I guess I would like to see how you clear the jungle as well. Have you been doing the Raptors path?
I have, for the most part. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do wrong there, to be honest, but you can still show me. Just like generally your mechanics, to see a little bit
Yeah.
beforehand.
You want me to do that in practice tool right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
or?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mm, just share your screen.
Hmm.
And share like the screen and not the application so I can see your mouse.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like everyone always does the application because it makes more sense,
Right.
but then you can't see the mouse because Discord's, I don't know, it's
Right.
weird.
All right. All right. Do you see it?
Yeah. I guess I could also turn you up a bit, probably.
All right. Doesn't really matter, I guess, for this.
Yeah. I guess just take the right runes already, maybe with like electrocute. Well, that's like the biggest mistake. You're playing Project Echo. No, but like I don't know. It's like the most hated skin. It has such weird sounds, you know.
I got it, I think, for free, or I don't know. I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So I
remember. I
haven't.
remember when it came out. It was like I mean, it was like the first Echo skin I think after the base one. I was so hyped for it, but nowadays there's so many better skins. Even
Yeah.
like Sandstorm Echo is so good, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't earned that right to actually have a good skin.
I mean, Trick or Treat Echo is also kind of cool. At least with some of the chromas, he's nice.
Mhm.
Okay. Wait, can I see your mouse or no? No, I actually can't see your mouse. I think you need to.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, did you?
I
Did you
thought
go
I
on?
did the. Hold on. Oh, yep, you're right. I did the wrong one. There we go.
Why did it do like this?
There we go. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah. Wait, are you not playing on full screen?
I'm playing on. No, I'm not playing full screen.
Why not? Aren't you tabbing out like this?
Hmm?
Aren't you like tabbing out sometimes like this?
Yeah.
But isn't that like really bad?
I don't know. I
Like,
guess I don't get what your question is.
wait, can you move your camera? Right, like it's still locked in the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still
Okay.
locked.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like any particular reason why you're not doing full screen though, or?
That way if I switch screens, sometimes my computer will just go black.
Oh.
So I just do this so it's easier if I want to switch something in game or something and I can still see my screen
Okay. Okay.
when I switch screens, I guess.
Are you playing with like fully locked camera?
No, I'm not. I'm just holding spacebar.
Okay. Someone in chat is saying that's like a really big mistake. I think if you're just holding spacebar and you unlock it in important situation,
Yeah,
it's
see.
fine. I also play like that. I don't think it's, especially on a champ like Ekko that's quite low ranged. You don't need to have like super. I mean, it's generally, of course, good if you have a better awareness, but as long as it doesn't hold you back and you manage to do it with like the space. But yeah, okay, he's saying he's used space too. He thought it was. I also it kind of looked like it was normally locked, but yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
no,
maybe
I
just
just
do
hold
like the EQ combos on
EQ.
yeah on like a
Like,
target
okay.
dummy or whatever.
Gotcha.
You can spawn like target dummies in the base.
Oh, I see. Yep. Guess I don't really ever.
I think it's like what you go down in the menu with like there's like a
Oh,
yeah, and then spawn enemy dummy.
all right.
No, you can throw the Q while you're jumping forward already. Also go up again in the menu and then turn off turn like auto refresh cooldown, maybe mana as well. So you can
Like, so
yeah,
do E and then.
it's really laggy right now, I don't know why. Okay, wait, yeah, do it again. Now you can it looks a little bit weird. I think you throw the Q, you can really basically press it at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like
Like that.
that. Yeah, and
Okay.
you can also do that with W as well.
Yep, I know that. Yep.
Yeah, it's still now that was not. No, you can really
That's
do it like
weird.
at the same time.
Okay.
No, not easy. See, like you shouldn't even see the animation. The way you're doing it, you see the animation of the.
Right.
So just genuinely try to press it at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know if that was better. Maybe it's also
Yeah.
the
I
skin where
don't
you see
know.
the animation, but
Yeah, this is weird. I feel like usually it happens. I know what you're talking about though.
see,
Does
but
I
that
don't
was
know.
definitely not cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah.
And generally, it looks a little bit weird. Also with your EQ, I don't know. It looks like you throw it out a little bit too late.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I mean,
I
just
feel like
pressing
this
at the
is
same
lagging or
time.
something. I don't know. This is weird.
But yeah, I mean, it's not the most important. That's not gonna be like the make it or break it for your elo, anyways. It's
Yeah.
obviously good if you can do it, but if you can't, like I said this right, like Drutut is like a 1000 LP challenger. He played Ekko mid for a bunch of games, and he never did that combo. He still managed to win games in like Grandmaster elo with it. So It's not even
Yeah.
necessary. It's of course really good if you can do it, but
Yeah.
I guess just go into a game.
Okay.
Yeah, do you feel like you're playing with low FPS? It looked like you were just having like 60 FPS or something.
Yeah, I do. My computer's not the best, and yeah, so honestly, I probably play average around like 80.
Okay.
So that's pretty poor
Because
for
someone in
that.
chat is saying like maybe full screen helps with FPS as well. But if you're saying you get like black screens,
Mhm.
of course maybe don't do it. But
Yeah. I mean, I can switch it up to full screen. I mean, I can do that if that helps. Yeah.
maybe I mean just try it out.
hmm Just a
I
norm
guess
or ranked?
nah, just go in a ranked.
Ranked. Okay.
Yeah. I think you really. It's like, you know, for me personally, playing normals, it just feels like a waste of time, you know, because you're not even really
Yeah.
getting anything out of it. Like, of course, you're never really getting anything out of it. You're just getting imaginary points, but
Yeah.
still,
Imaginary points. Yeah, that's true.
yeah. It's like, at least like with normals, it's like genuinely wasted time. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, right? The guy in chat is saying, because the background is, of course, like the desktop is, of course, active if it's not in full screen, so that
Oh,
usually takes some amount of performance.
gotcha.
I think it should be with, where is it actually?
I might have to wait till I get in the game, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, we should be able to find it there at least, for sure.
Yep.
It's not here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you usually ban?
I ban. Uh, sorry, my brain's just stopping right now.
Wait, do you?
Sorry.
Ah, you can actually ban, right? You can actually ban in the draft mode, yeah.
Yep.
I guess it doesn't matter. Just I think you should just ban Kazakhs. I mean,
Oh, Kazakhs. Okay.
unless you, I mean, okay, you can't really say if you never seen because you don't play a lot of ranked,
I
but
yeah. I don't really see Kazakhs that much, but I usually ban. Hold on. Let me. Can't think of his name right now. But usually ban Kane.
Kane. Okay, that's also a
Yeah.
very viable ban, I would say. Yeah. I mean, I used to ban Kane a lot. The reason I'm not banning him is because I genuinely never see him, to be honest. But I think it's a very annoying matchup as well. I would usually also maybe swap with the ADC.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, in your elo, probably people won't counter pick you or whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine if he declines, then he declines. Just pick Echo. But I think Echo is not the best champ to first pick. He can definitely have a rough game if you have to early pick him, and then people pick champs that are good against him
Yeah.
for sure. And like ADCs are very easy to blind pick at the moment because they're just so strong. And champs like Jinx and Xayah, they don't really have counters, so
Okay.
yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Mm. As I said, it's not something you need to worry about as much. I'm just telling you. It's definitely something to keep in mind. Oh, it's nice your mid is picking AD. Like Kiana and Ekko is a very good duo. Generally, like
Okay.
both nice assassins. She's full AD, you're full AP.
Mhm.
Together you can go on targets well. I mean, Kiana is definitely not an easy champ to play, but so like in this elo I would worry a little bit, but still should be okay. Seems like an Anivia support, I guess. Or it's you on top.
Or
Oh,
Nivea
no.
mid.
It's definitely. I mean, this is
Or oh
definitely a
yeah, actually
game
support.
where Mercs make some sense so far. I mean,
Just
yeah, like
Nivea and
Ari and
Ari.
Anivia, you know,
Mhm.
they're a very annoying champ. Even the Kindred slow can like really fuck you up sometimes. And MF has also slow, so it's not completely useless against these champs either. You have a very solid team. But like Renekton is a lane you can easily gank. You're blue side, right? I think this is for sure a game where you should do the Raptors path. And probably just recall.
Yeah, I always do the Raptors path, kind of almost regardless.
Yeah, me too, of course. I mean, I always do it, and of course the biggest reason is just that I'm not giving any
information to the enemy jungle.
Info, and my team doesn't need to leash. Okay, I thought they were gonna dodge. Yeah, Malphite is also a champ that's pretty easy to gank early. And also it's so good against getting invaded. Like, the enemies don't really have good invade timings if you do it. Someone in chat is asking like how many Dark Harvest stacks it takes to match the electrocute damage. I think actually quite a lot. I think it used to be something with like 20 or whatever to actually match the damage. The big thing, of course, though, that you need to keep in mind is that the electrocute has like a 25 or 20-second cooldown.
Oh, and Dark Harvest,
and Dark Harvest can reset after a kill, so you can just have more damage in a single fight with it. But yeah, as I said, most of the time you don't really need the extra rune damage in the late game, anyways, with Ekko and with from Dark Harvest, so it's just like wasted, oftentimes. Yeah, maybe try to do like full screen now, really quick.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It should be with video, right? Yeah. I guess borderless works. I think I have borderless. I'm actually not sure which ward you should place. I think generally the smarter ward would be to place up here, where you're looking.
Yep.
But because she can just jump over the wall.
Oh, right.
But also, I'm not sure if, like, maybe in this elo people will invade you. But I think, yeah, just place it, like, at 55 seconds or something. But place it more towards the top, right? Like, more in the middle of, not in the brush, but left to it. Like, so you can see if she jumps over the wall in the Herald Rift, yeah. So, like, it's something, yeah, somewhere around here. So basically where you're standing, because then it will cover both entrances.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think you're a little bit late now, but it's fine.
Yep.
So just by the... Just ping that you're gonna start there as well. So your team goes to lane. Like, that's so important, honestly, that they go to lane. So... Why did you mute him? Why are you muting all of them?
I just don't want.
No, but like don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that, because they might give you like good pings. Just mute them as soon as they start giving you stupid pings.
Okay.
Okay, just clear now though. Definitely make sure to hit all of them with the Q.
Oh, that sucks. Rip.
Oh, it's whatever. I think you at least hit the return queue. I mean, it's not whatever. Of course, try to hit the camps, yeah. But yeah, it's not like game is lost with that or anything.
Yeah.
Just keep playing. Okay, it's not the priority to unmute them. Like, you can do that stuff when you're in base, for example. There's no, just focus on the clearing. Also, I'll always proc the passive on the medium one.
Okay.
So, like, let's see how much gold you have now. You could have it at like 346 and you're at 350, 75, so you're definitely very slow. But Kindred is top already, so just go straight top. Definitely, one thing you're really not doing is looking at the lanes. I think that's like a big problem, for sure.
Yeah.
No, but like, fuck F keys. I don't want you to. I don't like. So many people use F keys, but it's so. What is this Kindred doing, by the way? Just ping that you're coming there. You win this 2v2.
Okay.
You have the Dark Seal. She's also only level 3. She's just wasting so much time.
So should I
What the
target
fuck
Kindred
is
first,
happening?
or
Everyone's just AFK.
yeah?
Yeah, yeah, you can just kill her. Like, what?
Nice.
Help him shove really quick,
Yep.
and then just go get the crab, get your top side jungle.
Oh, rip.
Mm. Maybe even tell the Renekton that he should just go base. He doesn't understand. It's like I mean, you know, whatever. Like he needs to play his own game, but he should have just went
Right.
base. It was a free recall for him. Probably could have bought items. Yeah, just play your own game though. It's fine. Yeah, whatever. Do the blue. Definitely use your E while clearing, right? Like it deals more damage. The auto attack with the E. There's no reason not to do
Okay.
it.
Gotcha. I was trying to save it, but yeah. Okay.
For what?
The Gromp to get over there
But
faster.
but
Wait,
you get
not.
it again. You know, the cooldown is
Okay.
not that long. Also use your W as well early for clearing to stay healthy. Just use your abilities. Get into the habit of using your abilities. Yeah, you can definitely ping like danger on bot lane. It's very likely that the Kindred is there. Yeah, you saw it. It's definitely something. I mean, that's not something you should focus on right now. I think you need to focus on your own gameplay. But definitely, as a jungler, you usually have an easier time looking at the minimap than laners do, because they need to play the lane, of course. So giving this kind of info for your team also is helpful, especially in low elo where people don't really look at their minimap that well. Or of course, you need to do it yourself first. Well, just take the Crocs and probably just recall here.
Okay.
Maybe see if you can gank bot. Definitely look bot
Yep.
if they're there, but yeah, if they're not, just recall. You have good items to buy. Yeah, I mean, don't use your W now, right? Like, don't use it for these two small ones.
Yeah.
Only for yeah, just recall,
Okay.
You buy like Blasting Wand and an Amp Tome, and I guess a Control Word as well. Just like the Amp Tome and Control Word. And then I think you should just go back top side. Just go
Okay.
top. Look top also as well. Maybe the yeah. See, like this lane set is actually really good now.
Oh yeah, it's pushing in. Okay.
Yeah, and see, look at the HP though of the Malphite, please. Yeah, he's so gankable.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
he has
Yep.
ult, but he's still so gankable. You can even E over the raptor wall here,
The.
or you just use the plant. I think. I mean, he has it warded, but he will.
Oh, he's backing off.
Yeah, I mean, just I think at this point, just leave him. Like he also has ult. He
Yeah.
will always be able to. Definitely look mid though.
Yep.
Hmm. Also, use sweeper. See if you're being spotted.
Yep.
And she still has ult. Yeah, okay, she doesn't. Hmm. No, can't really get anything. Just get your Grump so they can invade it. And maybe place the control ward, like where you were standing earlier when you were placing the ward. Like in the brush though, I mean.
Oh yeah, okay.
In this one where you're going in row. No, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Not that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
the one
sorry.
you're standing in now. I
Oh, right
usually,
here.
because
Yeah, because you like that one. I forgot. Yep.
yeah, because in the other one it's much more likely to get cleared, and it basically gives you similar information. Oh, she's going for the invade. Maybe you ping for help already. The Kiana could move easily. Yeah, okay, definitely. Yeah, you can kill her. She's here. Just use potion. Okay. I don't know why this Kiana's not moving, but
Yeah.
here you just needed to play a little bit slower, you know. Just don't face check her. Don't let her get into range like that, because she is stronger than you in that sense. But
Shit.
yeah,
I guess I was hoping I'd run that way, so that way if Kiana rotated, I'd be more
just get
closer to her, but maybe not.
no, don't.
Oh, sorry.
Too late. It's like when you're not strong, I don't think you should go in that for no reason. You could have just bought an Amp Tome. You know, you just lost 50 gold, and you're it's not super likely that you'll get it back. Also, I think you should go to Wolves.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wolves and then clear down. I want to finish that. And just go there. She's not gonna be there. You would have seen her, or did you see her?
I thought I saw her. I saw her right
Oh,
here.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It's my nice. Good. I mean that's fine.
Oh shit,
Oh,
that was a misclick. Rip.
yeah. Okay.
Yep, that was awkward.
Okay. I think you could have still done something there, by the way. We'll talk about that. It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
definitely prioritize proccing your passive there.
To get the movement speed.
And the Ari was quite low. I think you could have went on her after. I mean, the huge mistake was obviously ulting there on full HP on
Yeah.
accent, but
Yeah.
you know that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was trying to level it up because I've been trying to hold it, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, but don't
really
do
bad
that,
at
you know.
that.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
worry about that kind of stuff. You know, I reached masters without knowing, or like without doing that ever. It's not necessary at all. It's just a bonus, you know. Do that kind of stuff when you're comfortable with the rest of mechanics, I would say.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, like I don't think you can. It's not a good timing to do Drake, in my opinion, but
Oh.
because the Lucian is not really able to move now. If they would be moving, but I think you will get it for free here now, because they're probably base. But and also yeah, the Kindred is quite a bit stronger than you. Yeah, this is all a little bit messy now because you kind of want to be top set for the stack, of course, but I think just get the Crux and then maybe you can lane gank on bot lane. You know, like walk into the lane brushes.
Yep, I know exactly.
And I know because some lower elo players, of course, they didn't even know when I told them that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until I watched your videos, honestly.
Yeah, it's so effective, especially in this elo,
Yep.
because the laners also don't know about it most of the time. You don't need to walk like this. It's like if it's worth it, they will see you anyways, and if not, then they won't see you either. Yeah, you can probably just. Of course, you would want. Yeah, you can fight. They don't have a warded. Nice. Ult.
Oh, I had my potion too, rip.
Yeah, I don't think it would have made a difference. It worked out. It worked out.
Yeah.
You have very solid timing as well for that. I mean, you're like definitely not comfortable with your mechanics. It's definitely visible, of course. But I mean, I'm gonna tell you how you should be playing these situations, and I guess the big thing is really like you seem a little bit overwhelmed sometimes. I would say. And also your decision making is like, for example, you could have just one shot the MF there really quick. I'm pretty sure she was so low.
Okay.
I think actually clear your wolves, like start cleaning at your wolves, and then just go for a herald. Like
really?
clear the whole
worry about the
side.
mark? Okay.
No. But the Kindred just died, you know. And actually, it's better now because now it will be longer on there for a longer time, and she can't clear it anyways, you know.
Oh, okay.
No, just clear everything here, and then do the herald. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like she now no new mark will be spawning, and you will get this no matter what. Wait, are you skilling with control or with the mouse?
I did control.
Okay. Like, I mean, get into the habit of using
to...
control, I would say.
Yep.
I think the Renekton is a little bit strong, right? Can you press tab? Yeah. So I think you can definitely do it. I mean, mid is getting pushed in right now. Definitely sweep.
I go there. Yeah.
No. Just keep doing it. I'm just saying, like, be careful. You can move and make sure to proc the eye. It opens up so much. Just proc it right away if you can. Okay, just help for ping for help. You can fight this with the Renekton if he's coming. Place your W somewhere where you can fight. Okay. Yeah, just keep doing it. Oh, it's gonna reset. Oh no. Yeah. Definitely help you, Renekton.
Yep.
Use the potion as well.
Yep.
Oh, you
Oops, I didn't.
had it on the
Wrong. Yep.
wrong.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I think now
No, that's
it's
just.
maybe time to bail.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
like, you can still play. Okay, if he gets her. Okay, I guess now it's free.
Okay. Okay.
He's doing
They have
work.
vision, but she's dead.
And I mean, at this point, don't use your W while clearing jungle anymore, right? Like at this point, you're healthy enough. Just on the first clear, you should use it. Like
Oh. Okay.
for
Okay.
multiple reasons. I mean, generally,
Right.
someone in chat was also saying, and it's true. You're playing against a jungler that wants to invade you, so you don't want to use. You want to have it up, right? But also,
Yeah.
you just don't need it anymore. And if you need to gank sometimes, for example, you also want to have it up, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think actually go to the bot side crap. It has the mark. Just go there right away, and then maybe go to your Crux.
Okay.
And she wants you to place the Herald. I guess you can place it mid right away. You know, just place it if she wants. Oh, maybe ping for help. Sweep as well. Nice. No, that's fine. Definitely look bot. See if they're low. They just fought. No, they're not. I think you should just
Okay.
def the tower. Def the tower. Def the tower. This is like a
Yeah.
huge wave, but don't really commit there. Yeah, I think. See, like you would have gotten so much more if you just take the wave instead of. Now you just actually lost something. You lost your ult.
Okay.
And you didn't get anything. You just got some HP. Oh. Okay, you can fight this. You can fight this. The Lucian's there. You don't need to be scared. Really. Okay, I mean they
I took my red.
play without. Okay. This is the kind of stuff I mean, right? This is completely illegal what this Kindred is doing, and she's getting away with it.
Right.
She's like
Dang.
actually getting away with murder. Like this is
Yeah.
so fucking
Yeah.
illegal what she's doing.
Yeah.
Definitely by Mercs, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But by Mercs and then by like an Amtone.
Amtone.
Yeah, just an Amtone, Yeah. And maybe a control word as well. No, don't go in debt. Never go in debt for these small items. And just go
Okay.
to your. Actually, go to Drake. Go to Drake, I guess. The Kindred's probably gonna look to do it. Yeah, like they have two Everfrosts. Nivea and Ari have quite a lot of CC, anyways. And just get the Drake. Definitely look where the fights are happening, right? You need to look. You need to see if you need to move there or not. I think now you can just do Drake, but that's definitely something that you're not doing at all. And don't use your W on Drake. It doesn't really do anything.
Okay. Okay.
It blocks like 2 auto attacks, but you would rather have it in case a fight breaks out, you know?
True.
You can just do it on your own. Just clear your jungle after. It's fine. I guess the Malphite flash ultra or something as well. I always go boots and futures market secondary runes. Someone's asking in chat. It's like it's just super valuable, honestly, especially futures market. Just go to your top side. Again, the Kindred can't really invade you, and now it's a long time where no new mark is respawning, so it's quite bad for her. She hasn't gotten a lot of marks. I usually ping that I want to get the crabs. The thing is, you get more XP from them, right? So they're just worth more on you, but it's whatever. I mean, the Renekton is doing a pretty good job overall.
Oh.
Well, I jinxed him, I guess. But no, I mean he's at least playing the game. Yeah,
Yeah. So
place
it
the
sounds like
control
right
ward.
now. I don't
Place the
know.
control
Okay. Okay.
somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
somewhere there. Yeah, it's fine.
Like right now, I don't know what to do because
I mean you don't have that. Yeah, I guess just shove in mid. Your Kiana is somewhere on bot, so you just want the wave to either die to the tower or someone has to move there. Definitely, of course, try to get the last hits,
yeah.
especially the cannons. Like, use E for it if you like. Most of the time, I use E to last hit cannons just so I'm
Okay.
getting them for sure. It's worth it. It's like 40 mana for getting the gold. If she doesn't have ult, you can maybe fight this. Yeah, they're so low, you can do something. Okay. Yeah, nice.
That worked out. Yeah. Nice.
Look if the Grump is up as well, maybe. Yeah, it is. Definitely skill your ult, yeah. Also, the other camp is respawning in a second, so maybe you can get that. Although, if there's so many people here, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
No, if they're moving to it, don't. Just get your own jungle.
Yep.
And then probably take a base. And just get this camp really quick. Get the Crocs and then base. Like, see, like what this Lucian was just doing there. I don't know. He stayed there for such a long time. I'm sure this kind of stuff happens all the time, but it happens in both directions, right? So you just need to punish it.
Right. Oops.
Okay, can you press tab? What are you playing against? I guess by Lichbane here, I think. I mean, both are kind of good. Buy Sheen last, always buy Sheen last. It's the
Oh, really?
it's
I always
the
buy it first.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the worst item for you. It doesn't give you any stats, and it only gives you like 50 physical damage, and like the AP is so much more valuable. Yeah, I guess just start clearing from the wolves here. Because you want to go somewhere in the river anyways, probably. Okay, I don't know. Kiana's also... they're just grouping, I don't know.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, the reason it shouldn't work is just because you should just be able to shove in the side waves. And then they need to move there. It's like the Renekton could just push even more now if actually 5 people are mid.
So now where should I? Because now it's
Kind of hard to see
don't
the
really have
minimap right
vision.
now because the... Yeah, just set up Drake vision. Like, Drakes are a good win condition here. You have 2 of them already. Definitely, you need to look. You need to look what's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
just... You can play, you know?
Oh, I forgot to do ult. Big sad.
Yeah, like, okay. Yeah, we will talk about all that stuff after. I know, of course, it's also kind of hard for you right now. Sometimes when I give you, like, advice what you should do or whatever, of course, doing it, it's not that easy for you, I understand. But yeah, like, this game, for example, perfect reason why you should take Futures Market here. So good that you're able to finish off your item. Otherwise, you would have to walk out of base next time and still be really weak. I mean, at least now you have like another item completion, makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone in chat is saying he's usually playing Cosmic Insight, but and Futures Market makes a lot of sense. It also makes a huge, makes so much sense because the items are like item power spikes are so massive for Ekko that they feel so massive as well. It's just really, it's so impactful, so much more than like you should just be very cautious with using your flash anyways. And Smite is not like Smite is not that impactful. You know, it is good, but it's not. It's definitely less impactful than being able to finish off your items. Yeah, I mean, at this point, just see if people are ever walking alone and punish that, and if not, then... And they're like 5-man grouping mid or whatever, just get the side lanes, you know? push them in, and then forces them to not group. Because they will lose the towers. Oh, they're doing Nash, I guess. Definitely need to look there.
Yep. Maybe it's a bait.
No, they're doing it for sure. The Malphite is just zoning away. Just try to get your jungle. The Kindred will for sure try to invade it, I think. Yeah, don't do the blue though. Just ping for help, ping for help. You can contest this. It's just... You're definitely very scared oftentimes.
Yeah.
But
Just
you don't
try
need
not
to be.
beat,
You
I
don't need
guess.
to be. You don't need to be. Like, with your W, you can play the game. This guy got outsmited every single time he wanted to invade. Okay, yeah, just keep clearing. You're just wasting time.
Yeah.
There's nothing, nobody you will catch or
Yeah.
anything. Definitely try to play with your Renekton. Like, he has very good CC setup for you, and he seems to be probably the best player on your team right now.
Mm. Rip.
I think you can contest the crab even, or like, just. You definitely need to know that if you see that a Nivea Q flying onto you and you know that you're gonna get hit, you need to ult, right?
Okay. Okay.
It feels bad maybe, but you just need to accept that you're gonna get hit and die there.
Okay.
I think that there's a lot of there's just so many opportunities, but you're a little bit too scared to go for them. Seems like.
What should I build next then? Rabadons or?
Yeah, for sure, Rabadons.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, you could just mute all. They're typing so much and whatever. It's.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah, there's whatever. Don't need to, of course. I'm just saying. At this point, I could understand. I just don't think it's good to do it at the start of the game. There's no reason.
Okay.
Again, you can play. Just use your W, and then she can't just one-shot you. You know. Every single time.
That was a waste of an ult, my bad.
Yeah, where you can still. But see, like you can kill. You just need to go for it. That's what I'm saying. Just play more aggressive, and you will find out that there's so many situations where you literally just kill. Okay, no.
It's big sad.
Don't die to the minions when you see them.
Yeah.
You see them killing you. Okay. Like really just really start playing more aggressively and like actually testing your limits. You will lose game, like doing the normals if you want, but just do it. Really, you will. There's so many situations I will also tell you, of course, in the game review, but so many free kills you just don't even go for because you think you can't or something, or you're just too scared.
Or we should probably just defend, huh?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you can try to steal if they let you. If they are they even doing it? No, they're not even doing it yet. Just wait until they start doing it and then try to steal, I guess. They don't really zone you away, then. Are they gonna do it or no?
I don't know. Super awkward.
Oh, the Malphite ulted?
Oh, yep. Oh, rip.
Okay. No. Guess they pulled it out so you
Oh,
couldn't really see. Yeah, I think just go into your topside jungle here. I mean, you probably need to def bot.
defend.
You
Okay.
you need to
Dive it
def.
or
I mean, it's
is it
difficult, of
defend?
course.
Oh,
You
that's what you're saying.
probably
Defend. I thought you said
yeah.
dive. My bad.
No,
My
no.
bad.
Probably you can't really defend if they actually push here because you need to defend the other waves as well, but you need to do something, I guess. At this point, it's definitely very difficult. I don't even have Nash. Okay, yeah, just kill the wave, kill the wave. You need to clear it. You did it so many times just
Yeah.
because of you didn't use your ult, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
like
Used it too slow.
definitely use it too early than not using it at all in these kind of situations. And like,
Yeah.
it's such constant DPS with MF, you should really just have the reactions to use it.
Okay.
I mean, there's no kind of coaching I can give you to that, right? Just use it. Do it. You
Just
need
use
to
it.
press.
Okay.
You need to press the button. Of course, you want to use it as efficiently as possible, but there's like levels to it. You know, you might use it not very efficiently in the beginning, but the more comfortable you get with your limits and that kind of stuff, the better the ult usage will be. It's not something you can force.
Oh.
It's the classic. Okay, I mean, you can get Nash. Just don't die ult, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, def the wave really quick, so the tower doesn't die. Yeah, ping for Nash, ping for Nash, you can do it. All of them are dead.
Oh, okay.
And just heal up really quick. Well, you need to do it for, I mean, nah, it's too late now. You would have, you had timing to do it, but,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't realize what you were saying with Nash. My bad. I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah,
were
that's
talking
what,
about Nashers, and I was really
no.
confused.
Like, with the 3 open minions, you need to do it fast before the minions arrive, but at least, like, you'll
Yeah,
have a
now
bit
it's
of
too late.
assistance then, yeah, and you'll have faster
Okay.
recalls. It's just a classic, right? Like, low elo players are so bad at ending games.
Yep.
So that's also why you can win so many games, of course. You just need the mental fortitude to really play these games.
Yeah.
I guess definitely recalling by the Rabadon's a huge power spike.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and be careful, you get spotted. I mean, yeah, see, like, they were not careful, they just get one shot because of any awareness. At this point, you're actually a champion. You can do stuff for sure, but probably not gonna be able to defend 3v5. You just keep on throwing QC, like they're eating your stacks as well. Like if they go a bit lower, then you can maybe even E onto them. Okay.
Rip.
I mean, there's really lots of things, of course. It's just I don't know what you really should focus on right now. Of course, I think
Yeah.
really the biggest thing is just play more aggressive. Like genuinely start playing more aggressive. It's gonna improve you on a lot of levels. It really will be, because
Okay.
then you will learn. Like, let me just log into an NA account really quick. Then you will learn limits. You will get better mechanically because you're actually playing the game. Or like there's so many situations. I think if I was like smurfing and you were in my game, I would probably flame you because you're not really playing the game. I'm gonna be real, like, not trying,
Yeah.
but you know,
No, that makes
it is like
sense.
that. You're just so many times you could help your team or whatever, and you're just not really doing it. because
Right.
you,
Okay.
you just don't know your limits, you're a little bit too scared. But that's obviously why I'm here, to just tell you when you could go for plays and that. Obviously, in game it's difficult when I tell you can go for this and you're still a little bit unsure how to do it and whatever. But that's what we have the game review for as well, of course.
Right. Okay.
So let me share my screen really quick. But this, like, I don't know if you watched like my mindset video, but I talked about like proactivity, right? That's really what you're missing quite a bit. Just like actually playing the game in a way where you're just looking to make game-winning plays, you know, or like even any plays at all, really, in a lot of situations. But you really let the Kindred get away with so much stuff as well in some situations.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even download normal games, so it's definitely good that you went
Oh
to rank
yeah,
then.
that is a good thing. Yeah,
I
I didn't
didn't
realize
even
that.
know that. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can. Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, so as I said, right, like the ward you should place is here because Kindred can just clear red, and then she has her Q, which can jump over the walls, of course, so she's quite good at invading level 2 here. And it's something some players might do. Like, champs against which you should do it is definitely Kindred, Jarvan, Graves. All these champs can easily go over this wall, and you need to, like, if you just place it here or here, then you might not see them if they go over this wall, you know? That's why you should just place it in a way where it covers both entrances like this, you know?
Okay, gotcha.
And if you play against champs like, I don't know, Lee Sin, Shaco, like these kind of late invade champions, Master Yi, like I think in lower elos these kind of champs invade you late sometimes. This board is really good, you know, just placing it here, because then you will get, if they just walk through like here or whatever and they want to invade you, because like the intention of this invade from the Kindred is usually to just steal away the camp, and the intention of Lee Sin or whatever is to just kill you, or Kha'Zix, I don't know. These kind of champs. I don't think Kha'Zix can do level 2 invade, but they want to kill you. So if you ward this, they will take the longer path, and then your team has time to move. I mean, in this game, there were definitely a bunch of situations where your team didn't move even when you pinged, but it is what it is. Okay, like you 100% make sure like you only hit 2 of them. Just stand here or here and then throw your Q, because it will open up, right? Like in the end, it opens up a little bit. And then you hit all of them. That's definitely super inefficient the way you did that here. I think I also saw that when we checked your skills in the beginning. I didn't really say too much because you didn't do it quite as bad as you did it here. But just stand somewhere here. Like, just stand here or here and you will hit them all easily. Even if you miss one of them, whatever, just at least hit more than 2. Right, of course, yeah, of course you need to hit the red buff as well. But like, PvE gameplay is something where you really, of course, shouldn't struggle that much. Yeah, you also proc your passive on this one. Proc it. You want them all to die at the same time. See, like, as I said, you had, like, how much gold did you have here? What? Ah, yeah, you had, like, 300, no, even more. You had 373. I think if you do it efficiently, you're at, like, 345 or something when you start recalling. So you definitely wasted quite a lot of time here. In this elo, it's not a huge deal. It really isn't, because nobody is playing very efficiently. But still, I'm obviously gonna tell you. Like, what this guy is doing is so fucking illegal. He's been standing here for like 20 seconds already, and he just keeps standing here, waiting for this guy to overextend. And you actually even punish it, right? And he's on vision the whole time as well. But you need the awareness that at this point you're stronger than her. You're just stronger. You have an extra item. And it is impactful. You have like, what, like, you have 100 more HP than her, and you're just stronger. You have some AP, and the early it makes a huge difference. You're playing with an early rune as well. You need to have the awareness that you're not like weak here, and especially if the Renekton moves and he has ignite and whatever, and you just stun lock her, she's just dead, right?
Okay.
Yeah, like it definitely was something that you could have done here is just place your W now. When you so you're walking, at least you use it at all. Yeah, you used it, but you could have placed it earlier and then probably stunned it right away.
Okay.
Yeah, and then here, I mean, you either do the Q combo fast, then you hit it, or just do E and then Q after she flashes. The way you did it here, of course, you missed your Q. Because you did like E and then Q, and it was just slow, but... Of course, in this situation, you get her. It's nice. Yeah, then just help her push. The Renekton, in my opinion, you should just base here. You can buy like two longswords or whatever. Would be nice. And then he has a good reset. He's greedy. He didn't get punished for it, so it doesn't really matter, but... Still. Yeah, I mean, doing the blue here, I've been, like, a lot of people have been doing this. I don't know if there's people that have said you should do it. I mean, it makes sense. If you clear this first and then clear these camps closer together, they also respawn closer together. But I don't know, I've usually just been clearing like this and then like this, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of high elo players do it like that as well, but I'll have to look at more high elo gameplay to see if you should do it like this. Again, it's not like a make it or break it type of thing. It doesn't really make a huge difference, just a couple of seconds, and like the deaths and everything are so many more seconds that you lose, so you really need to focus on that first. And then start worrying about the smaller efficiencies. Also, one thing I noticed definitely is like your camera movement. It's definitely... It seems like you struggle with that sometimes. Right? Like, when you're looking in fights and whatever...
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
You changed like the sensitivity?
Yeah, to try to be more, so it'd be faster so I can look at stuff, so I'm just kind of adjusting to that. So
how fast is it for you? I also have it a little bit... I also did that at some point, and of course now I'm just used to it, but...
Right.
75 I have. 75 is like this when I just... This is like fast enough, I think. I don't think it needs to be faster than that. I feel like sometimes it was very fast for you and you were just...
It was, yeah.
You were like, especially in this fight, once I remember, you were like looking and then you couldn't really see what was even happening. So if it's too fast for you, just slow it down, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. Of course, it's another one of those efficiencies. If you're like a 1k LP challenger player and you might need to improve on this kind of stuff, but you're in silver and it doesn't matter, right? Like you can reach diamond with like fully locked camera if you want. It's not about that. Here you have like very good amount of gold for like a base.
What's a good amount? Like anything over like 1200 kind of thing is good to base back in the early game?
Yeah, I mean just think about the items you can buy, right? Generally, if it's more than a blasting one, it's definitely good in the early. Of course, the later the game goes, the more likely it is that you just want to base for like full item completions, but that's not always realistic, of course. But yeah, like in an early game, if you have like 1.2k gold, you can buy a blasting one, you can buy, or like 1 point something a bit more than 1.2k, you can buy like these items, and it's very nice. Like 60 AP, and even a control ward as well, like a nice bonus. Don't prioritize control wards; they're not that impactful. Even at higher elos. Here we see this guy moving up, right, and warding. We actually even know that he's warding.
Yeah.
One thing you could have done here, if they like now that you see that he's like the Renekton is of course going on him, and now he's low and he's just running away. At this point, you need to know that he's gone, right? Like he's basically gone, especially with this being warded. If it wasn't warded, then you could hop over here and then catch him before he recalled. But with this being warded, you're not gonna catch him, so you just need to abort basically. Yeah, if this wasn't the case, you could. This is actually such a random ward here. Usually this isn't gonna be warded. I don't know why it is now, but you can just E over here, right? And if he stays in lane, then you just E over here, wait for your E to come up again, and then walk in from behind. It's like a very good gang path. And in the situations when you know that this is 100% warded, right? He will feel safe, you know. He will feel safe. So if you just come in from behind, it's gonna be super surprised. Of course, now you don't really have a lot to do to clear the jungle. If you're ganking mid, right? In this situation, the Ahri is so pushed up, it's fine, but usually it's better to walk up here, right? If you hug the wall here, you're not spotted by any wards in this brush. So always, if you're ganking mid, just walk in from behind, basically. Basically, of course, here she's so pushed up. As I said, right? Wait for her ult as well. You know, these stacks, right? They show how many dashes she has. So you need to play around that, of course, right? If she wasn't an idiot, then she would never do like the last ult she does here. It's even in your direction. But she even did that, but you weren't able to punish because you were getting a little bit impatient. I mean, I don't know if you can actually punish. But yeah, like, see, like, I think you just shouldn't E. You shouldn't E, you should just walk at her, because she needs to run away, and she doesn't have another dash.
Right. Okay.
And there's a tower here, you know?
Right.
Yeah, like this
That's
E,
true.
even the W is fine, I guess, in case she walks here. But just don't E, just keep walking, and then see where she moves, and if she's ever in range, and she will be in range, she's an idiot. Right? You might be able to E onto her. I don't know if you can kill her here because she's two levels up in here. But
Yeah.
she definitely get the wave here at this point. But yeah, you probably don't kill realistically. She doesn't have ult, but you're not that strong yet. I mean, you have good amount of items, but still, you probably don't fully kill her. Or you could have at least chunked her a little bit for sure, and then she couldn't have shoved in this wave. That's like the biggest difference that would have made chunking her.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we saw her moving, right? Just spamming this guy as well. Like, just spamming on top of him so he realizes that he's being talked to. Like, low elo players are not moving oftentimes. It really happens, but that's why you need to make extra sure to just spamming the hell out of them so they might actually move. And this guy, what he's doing is so illegal. He's dead here. He walked over complete vision. One thing someone in chat was also saying, definitely don't use your W in this situation, right? I know I told you right before, use your W for clearing, or use your abilities for clearing camps. But especially now after we see her here, you don't use your W. You need to keep it for fighting, for sure. Right? It would have made such a difference. Like, this W is very troll here. Because you know that she's gonna come here and you're gonna fight her, so it's a very valuable spell. It's a long cooldown. The reason it's a long cooldown is because it's a really good spell. And you want to have it for fighting. Okay. So yeah, that was like a big mistake here. But even without the W, you should never just die here to her. So like, now we know that she's here, she used her W anyways. All you need to do is like Q her here. Like, okay, now you know she's here. All you need to do... Wait, where's your Q? Did you use it on the camp? I guess you used it again. Yeah, don't use that anyways. Your passive proc would have killed it. And especially because we're expecting her here, right? I even told you, right? Even if you maybe yourself didn't have the awareness, I told you, right? She's coming. Be ready. But just like, don't use your abilities if you don't need to, and you don't need to. You smited it, it's fine. Like, it's smiting, of course, in general. If you're playing against Kindred, you want to hold the smite so you can smite it in case she's coming here. But it's fine. The way she's moving, she's not fast enough. You get it. But just don't use your abilities. Your passive will last hit it here. And then you have the Q up for fighting. That would have been so important.
Yeah.
And even now, you still shouldn't die. All you need to do is auto attack reset with the E, and then auto attack once more. You have a lot of movement speed, you can just run away. You should never die. But you're just not using your E. You're using it now after she already attacked you a lot of times, right? And you also have your flash. You should never die in this situation. It's definitely very bad death. And she didn't even fully... Of course, the Kiana could have moved. That was definitely a mistake by her as well, but you still should never die. The biggest mistakes were... Yeah?
Go ahead. I didn't realize the E auto resets the auto attack.
Well, I guess I can show you afterwards. But no, like, the biggest mistakes was just using your abilities here, honestly. For no reason, right? Like, your W especially, but even the Q in the end was just unnecessary. If you had those abilities up, you could have done so much more. You probably, if you have both of those abilities up, you probably can even 1v1 her if you play it correctly. Because you're actually a bit stronger than her at that point, right? Like, before you died, you had... I mean, you're kinda even, let's be real, but still, like, you shouldn't have died here. For sure not. Even without the help of your laners. And of course, if your Kiana just moves, which like a better player would for sure, then this is just a free kill. Oh, you didn't even know that the E auto attack resets. Yeah, that's definitely a good mechanic to know. Yeah. Especially if you play with Lich Bane, because then you don't have a lot of attack speed. Here I told you, right, just go to your wolves. Of course it's not optimal. Usually you would have liked to clear them before, of course, but...
Quadrants.
Yeah, just clear them, finish it up, and then go towards your bot side. It's like, on your bot side you can get stuff. I feel like at this point, and especially with how top is looking, right? It's like a push under tower. Of course, he's low. Okay, that's one thing I didn't even know that because you in game you weren't looking at the lanes enough. If we know that this guy is on 1 HP, maybe you want to gank him. I mean, it's still a Malphite, he has ult, which has the long range. And if he uses it defensively, of course, he can escape a lot of ganks, but still, like, if you know that someone is this low, you can look for dives, of course. But maybe diving is like, let's say maybe diving is a bit too much for you right now. You're like, you need to start playing more aggressively in general, and then diving is something you can worry about. Yeah, here you even smite it away. And then, yeah, here you definitely kill them if you don't do this, right? Like, you don't proc your W. And now, like, you cancelled your auto attack, you don't have the passive. This was also, like, this fight was very messy.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
R, yeah, that should have been actually a lot better for me. Yeah.
If you just stay in here, of course, and proc the W and get some more auto attacks off, you probably kill them right away. But even now, with how low the Ahri is, she doesn't have any more dashes left. She just wasted them all. And now your Q is like flying, and if you position in a way where you maybe hit her, so she gets the stacks, you can probably E on her and just kill her here. You're not that weak. You have electrocute up as well. You're quite strong.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like. And you even die for it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, like the biggest mistake here was just not proccing your passive. The biggest mistake for that killed you, I guess. The biggest mistake was, of course, just ulting for no reason. There was like a misclick you said, but
yeah.
Now you need to proc your passive. Prioritize proccing your passive. You're so fucking slow without it, you know.
Okay.
And you can even live here without that. By the way, like just E over this wall. Just E over this wall. Right. She can't follow. Yeah. She has like 8. She still has some seconds cooldown. There's so many ways to live here. You really don't need to die.
Yeah, I even had flash. I was trying to hold it.
Yeah, so many ways. So many ways. But flash, of course, is not something you should have to use here, and you don't. There's just definitely quite big misplays. And now you even lose the red for it, so it feels double bad. You get the free Drake because the bot lane is your bot lane is kind of winning, I guess, and their bot lane is for space. Yeah, you're right. I told you just lane gank. This is such a good lane gank timing, and they don't even have any of these brushes warded. Yeah, I mean it sucks that she flashed away. If she just stayed here, and you could have placed a really nice W, but now you still get into the brush. So if she's walking up, like just place a W here somewhere. In these situations, I mean, we know that the Ahri is moving here, but you can technically just burst someone down before she's there, and then you have a numbers advantage. You can still play the game, you know?
Right. Okay.
And also, yeah, like, there's no reason to no reason to get out of this brush right now. Absolutely zero reason. They don't know you're here. This would have been so good. Like, you could have just one-shot the MF right away. Literally just one-shot her. There's no reason to go, especially with the W casted, you know? You know the interaction, right? There's a reason you want to cast it from out of vision, because if you cast it from out of vision, see, like if you cast from out of vision, all they see is they see it now. Now is they see it for like half a second. It's such a short amount of time to react. But if you walk out before, then they see it before, right? They see the I think they see the circle. So yeah, that mean, or like they see it a little bit earlier at least.
Yeah.
There's just really no reason, and especially with how this low HP guy was walking up, you literally had to EQ her, auto attack, and she's just dead. And then you can probably do stuff here.
Okay.
Yeah, of course you just missed everything as well.
Yeah.
You even get her, right? And then yeah, I told you ult. This was such a good ult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like just you could have literally gotten them all here if you just hit your abilities. Just focus her. I mean, it's actually kind of okay, I guess, that you helped here, because then you got the Ahri. Maybe she would have lived otherwise. Yeah,
that stun. I wasn't expecting the stun.
I think you shouldn't have flashed yet. You see, like, your E is on 2-second cooldown. You should just wait for it. Okay. Wait for the E, and you're gonna be in range anyways, right? See, now you're basically, you know, like your E auto attack range is completely wasted here, basically. because you're in her face now with the E. You didn't need to flash there at all, and then you could have probably lived by just flashing out.
Okay.
You know, like, always look at your E cooldown in these kind of situations. It's not that long. Of course, the more you play, the better you will get like a feeling for it. But like, this is like a 5 minute cooldown, and all you had to do was like be a little bit more patient and wait for E to come up. And then you just E, and also smite her, of course. Smite slows, right? It slows by 20%. And so it would have helped also for staying on her here, or catching her up. Yeah, especially because she got her out of combat movement speed. Actually,
so
that's crazy. Like,
right
just keeping her in combat with the smite here would have made such a huge difference as well. Yeah, but like personally, I would have just targeted her right from the get-go, and of course, like just not moving out of the brush so quickly there would have also made a huge difference. So this was okay, but it could have been much better. At least you got them all though in the end. Yeah, here I told you, right? Just clear from here because the Kindred just died here. Or yeah, the Renekton killed her, so there's no rush to clear the mark, you know?
Yeah.
And also because you want to, like, a good plan here is to just go for the Herald, so moving in this way is just going towards you. And if you start from Grump, then you would do like this and then move up again. It's just a waste of time. Now you're as close as possible to the Herald basically, so it's just a little bit more efficient. Again, I don't think you should ever W the Herald. See, it didn't even really block damage. And it's such a huge cooldown, and it could be contested.
Right.
And now it is contested. And again, here you don't need to be nearly as scared as you are. I mean, yes, she will beat you if you just let her auto attack you, but you have your W, and the W is such an important and good zoning tool, right? It gives you a shield, so with the shield you can trade, but it also zones her away so she can't just stay here and auto attack you. You know, just place it somewhere here. Like this, you placed it here. I think it was not a good placement. Just place it somewhere in her path, you know. So you actually pressure her. Of course, the Herald also resets now. Is quite annoying. But this is also what I'm saying, right? This Renekton is actually looking to do so. I definitely like that. Here you misclicked on the rocket belt. Actually, you could have just went over her and over the wall and killed her here. She doesn't have ult, right? You don't really have info on that too much, but you can expect it because she just died, that she probably ulted. And if she's half HP, she's just dead, especially with Rocket Belt. But even without it, all you need to do is E, Q, auto attack, she's dead with this HP. Right? Like, if someone is below 30% or like 50% HP and it's a squishy champ, then play aggressive. You can kill them, for sure, right? Like, this is like the kind of awareness you're just missing at the moment. And especially with your W, right? You know, the W has this passive where you deal more damage to targets below 30%. Did you know that?
The W? No.
Okay.
So, but do they have to be in it, or?
No, it's just a passive. It also works on jungle monsters and that kind of stuff.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I guess I did know that, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, like, when it was...
No.
Okay.
But it's just... of course, that's why if someone is low HP... You deal more damage, of course, right? You're kind of executing them. So just you need to know that this guy's dead here, basically. And even with the Malphite there, right? What's the Malphite gonna do? You just ult back. You just kill her really quick and then you ult back. Maybe you don't even need to ult. Maybe you can even take the plant if you're like killing her right away. And this Renekton, he actually still Punisher, so you even get the Herald in the end. But like you could have also been the proactive one here, right? Like this, that's why I told you play with this guy, because he actually went for proactive plays. So just, but there were so many opportunities for you to be proactive as well. And here again, like just ping. We saw her here from this ward. Just ping like I don't know. This guy must have had you muted or something. He genuinely wasn't looking. But still, like there's no reason not to contest this. She can't CC you. She can't really kill you. And here I told you just clear the wave, you know, get the gold. Nobody else is getting it.
Right.
You're bottling in space, but don't. I told you clear the wave, and then you committed on them. I mean, maybe you could have even committed, but then it should have been on the MF, right? Like the
squishy. No CC.
Yeah,
Right?
she's a little bit squishier. She has less MR, just like less base MR, I guess. Or this guy took MR in his runes, I guess. Yeah, it's just, and she's a little bit lower as well. If she even missed her Q, if she hits her Q here, you might even be in trouble. But now see, all you did was miss this gold and use your ult. And what did happen to them? Not really much. They wanted to go base anyways.
And they got my ult, right?
Yeah, and they got your ult, and that's why now also this guy's invading you. It's illegal, as I said. It is completely illegal what he's doing. Your bot lane is right here. It's a 3v1. Unironically a 3v1, but he's still getting away with it because you're just a little bit scared. I don't know. It's like, especially he took your fucking Q thing for free. Dude, this is so painful to watch with how this guy's just walking past this. But just spam ping him. He will move. He will move if you spam ping him. And even if it's like the brand is quite far away, but it's 2v1 and this guy has 2 stacks. He just took them for free. If you E on him, he is chunked to half HP. He can't even play the game. You have your W up again, like you win that 100%. You can't overcommit, of course, but in a 2v1 you win that. You don't need to be scared, and you even gave up the red buff here. And even now after this, still you can just W over here. Just W over here. And then, if your team is moving, I mean, they are actually not moving. Also, like, giving this up is so unreasonable. Like, there's no reason to give this up, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely don't need to be scared. You're as strong as her, right?
Really? I didn't.
Yes. I mean, of course, champ-wise, she's a little bit stronger maybe in the early, but gold-wise, you're exactly equal, so you can definitely play the game. And it's still a 2v1. Like, any 2v1, you will just win in the early. Like, just add up the gold, you know?
Yeah.
It's double the amount of gold. That's basically how you need to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like Mercs, I think make a lot of sense here. First of all, the Malphite is going full AP, so the MR helps against not getting one-shot by him. Then Ari has like... I think she's building Everfrost and the Anivia also, and they both have like the big thing as well is that it's gonna make it so much harder for them to layer their CC, you know, like stun lock you basically, because if one of them, if the first one is like a little bit shorter, then they're much more likely to miss their second one, or they're not as guaranteed to hit the second one. That's why it helps so much against these kind of champs.
Does Mercs help against charms or no? Just
stuns? Yes. No.
Okay.
It helps against mostly. The only thing it doesn't help against is suppressions, I think. Suppressions and knockups. Well, it says red.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah. Airborne. Yeah, airborne is like knockups, and suppression is like Warwick ult. It's Malzahar ult. I think that those are like the only ones actually. I don't know if there's other suppressions, but these two of definitely it doesn't help against. At this point, you're actually doing pretty well. Like, you have 2 Drakes, you're up 3k gold. It's just, at this point, you need to start, really, like, you played like you're weak, but you're doing fine. You're even with everyone. You're actually a little bit stronger than everyone here. But you didn't really play like it, you know? Just at this point, make sure to clear your camps efficiently, which you're doing here, which is completely fine. And especially play with this guy, you know? It's so good, like, and Renekton is such a good champ to play with. All you need to do is play with him, plays the W somewhere, he uses W, you see people for a long time and they can't do shit, you know? Okay. Of course, this is a big mistake by him. I feel like this was kind of the turning point even. He gave like a big shot and he had no reason to go here. I guess he was just getting too confident.
Yeah.
But still, like... Even after that, you can still play with him, you know? He's still a strong member of the team. He still has the most gold. Of course, now the current is a little bit stronger. She got a big boost for no reason, but... Yeah, and here I told you, right? Just shove in the wave. There is nothing else to do, really. You can't go base with this amount of gold. I mean, you can, but it's very inefficient. But with the Kiana being bot, and nobody else shoving mid, this just forces people to either lose the gold... Right? Either they lose the gold to the tower... Or someone has to go here. So either way, it's good to just do this kind of stuff, right? That's why pushing is important. Really, like getting towers down and that kind of stuff. It's what's gonna win you the game in the end.
Right, that's true.
So, yeah, and of course, make sure to hit the get the gold from the You literally just threw away a third of a kill
missed
here.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like for no reason, and for like being a little bit lazy, I guess, and not using your E or whatever, or just not being focused, not even lazy, just like really make sure to. It shouldn't take a lot of focus, but if it does, then it is what it is. Just focus on getting that, and then it's
I was
definitely
just thinking
worth.
save my abilities to in case somebody rotated onto me for pushing. So I have them
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's fine, but like you're not who's gonna. Okay, but
Well,
think
the
about it,
last I
like
saw was okay.
who's
Go
gonna
ahead.
kill you here? If Kindred comes out of here, then what? You just run away. You see her early
Like,
enough. If
right.
Ari, where can Ari really come from? Where she actually just one shot? Yeah, first of all, Ari doesn't deal damage in general. Like it's not a champ that can actually one shot you unless she's super fat. The only one that could really maybe one shot you is the Malphite probably, but
Yeah.
it's
I
like
thought he was still Roman top, maybe. I don't know. Just
yeah, you don't need to feel unsafe here when you're just clearing this wave. Not really.
yeah.
Like of course don't use all your don't use your W or whatever randomly, but you don't need to feel unsafe.
No.
Let's see. Okay, I think wait,
So
did
E
they
would
see
be
you? Yeah, E would be okay, especially because it's not a long cooldown. You know, it's 6 seconds at this point. You use it, and then maybe you see someone, then you just click in the direction away from them, and you will get it up. You know,
okay.
it's not okay. I
Gotcha.
just want to see if they saw you place the W or no. Where did they have vision of you? What? Ah, because wait, does it give vision? No, it doesn't, right? What?
Yeah,
I'm
it does.
stupid.
Yeah, for Kindred, that gives vision.
Really? The W gives vision?
You can vision over the wall for like dragons and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know.
Hmm.
Okay, so definitely should have placed the W from here then, so they'd see it later. I mean, it wasn't even really the W here. Let's see. Um, could you have killed? I mean, the Everfrost from the Anivia was pretty good. It was definitely a little bit difficult. Maybe you should have flashed right away. But honestly, for like this kill, I probably wouldn't have flashed.
Okay. I thought I could have got with my rocket belt. I thought I could have got 2 kills there, but
Yeah.
I just didn't position maybe right. Or
I mean, now with the rocket belt alone, you can't really kill them because you don't have Dark Harvest or anything, right? I think that's the only edge case for Dark Harvest is really when you want to execute people with your rocket belt. Sometimes it's like the only time when it's actually much better than electrocute, I would say. But yeah, I think it was actually just a really good Everfrost by the Nivea. With Flash, you can kill for sure, but I mean, you get them in the end, right? So it's completely fine. You don't need to overcommit. Like, I think flashing there was actually a mistake, you know, because you got the kills anyways. So this was completely fine how it turned out. You're still quite a bit ahead here. And I think now you have another decent base here with 1.5k gold. I told you, right? Definitely don't buy Sheen. Like Sheen is such a bad
right.
item. It just
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought
I
the
mean,
unhit
it's
damage
okay
was
for
good for
some
him.
champ. See, like for let's say a GP or whatever, you know, he's in lane. He can proc it all the time, but you're in jungle. Yeah, for you, the AP is worth so much more because it helps you clear the jungle. I mean, of course, the on-hit damage also works on jungle camps, but it's just so much less than actually having the extra AP.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, that's my mistake then. I haven't been doing that at all.
Yeah, I know a lot of people seem to think that because Sheen used to be a decent item, but it's not anymore. You know, they took away all of its stats. It doesn't give you any stats. It's really only the on-hit damage now. Yeah, and always, of course, make sure to actually
Yeah, I
finish the
forgot that
camps.
wolf. I thought I,
Yeah.
yeah, super awkward.
And here was like right. I told you, look at them, look at because you're just walking around here, and we know that they're fighting with what's happening here, but you weren't really looking at what's happening.
No,
And
I wasn't.
in these situations, just look. Like you don't need to be focused on yourself. Just look at what's happening, who you need to maybe focus, and that's also gonna help you move in the correct ways and that kind of stuff. You know, it all adds up. And then you can place like a good W here, maybe. Yeah, definitely place a W here. Like, this is too deep. You can't reach that. I think we even know that they're all here. And this is such a good, like, all these entrances or whatever where people are gonna walk, just placing W's there is very high percentage, I guess, for hitting them. And I think Let's see.
That makes sense.
Imagine
It's Valorant.
placing it now here, and the way they're moving. Yeah, you stun both of them.
Yeah.
And now you're not even able to proc
Oh,
it.
yeah,
And
that would be
again,
huge.
you're so scared. You're so scared. You don't need to be so scared. You're full HP. You're full HP. The Kindred used all her abilities as well. And with the way she's chasing you, is so illegal. Like, okay, your Q, of course you want to hit the Q. That would have definitely, I think that would have saved your brand. But even now, just stand in this brush, hit the return Q, E, like with the E auto attack, you just burst her down. She might not even react with her ult in time. But even if she does, then she ults and then it's fine. But now you, again, like, the guy that's playing the game here is the Renekton. You know, he flashes over, he actually gets the stuff out.
Yeah.
And then this is, of course, like a huge mistake. You leave the Kindred ult. I mean, first of all, there was no reason to tank the MF ult, because at this point you're still full HP, you know. And then you go back in, like, there's no reason. You actively chose to tank the MF ult here.
Yeah, I thought I could kill her and help the Renekton.
That was like the bad awareness, I guess, you know? Like bad awareness of the Kindred ult. Just stay here for like a few more seconds. Even just baiting, kind of like quote unquote baiting the Renekton here and just waiting behind this wall for the Kindred ult to dissipate. Like, you can clean this up. They're all low. Like, I would clean this up. Yeah. Honestly, they're all so fucking low that you can just you're still full HP. You have ult. You have flash. You have absolutely everything. Yeah. This is such an easy clean. I mean, you're ahead at this point as well. Like, overall. And the Renekton, I mean, no, but your team is ahead. I mean, it's not like you're playing from behind you. You're like kind of even. Of course, the Ikira is a little bit stronger than you, but she's on 1 HP, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like leaving the Kindred ult, of course. Like, after you committed that, is like the big mistake as well. Of course, just walking into all the abilities, getting CC'd, and not being able to ult. Yeah, but that was just also, that was like patience as well, right? Just play it a little bit slower. Don't feel forced to run in there, whatever. Just wait out the Kindred ult. Kindred ult is an ability you sometimes just need to wait out. You can't kill anyone. There's no reason to keep attacking, you know? Yeah, at this point, of course, they're doing Nash. It's really, I mean, it's kind of impossible for you to move up. Although I think with the, I mean, this guy is kind of squishy, you know. He's building full AP. So if this Kiana wants to play the game here as well with you, I think you can maybe do stuff. Yeah, look, like they're actually low. I mean, we didn't have any vision in game, of course, but Kiana is so good at fighting at Nash. You know, the ult, it just has like this whole area. So I think you probably, if this Kiana is good, like this is a, yeah, like this is a game where the Kiana actually also wants to do stuff, I think you can do something here. And you can probably just one-shot this guy together. Right, you're both very burst-heavy champs, and this guy's building full squishy. Even just committing for him because he has a 600 gold shutdown would be good already.
Okay.
Just trying to get that. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what the fuck? My stream is also gone for some reason. But you can still hear me, right?
I can't. I was just watching your stream.
Wait. Okay, but can you see it again in Discord or no? Ah, no, now I'm online again.
Yeah. In Discord, no, I couldn't.
Okay, I'm gonna restart.
You weren't ever streaming in Discord, I don't think.
Oh,
I was just watching.
No, I was, but
really?
You need to enter it again. Yeah, it's so, man, it happens every single coaching session. It's like if you stream once and then close it and restart it again, you need to actively click on it again. Oh. You don't need to leave the call. It's just really like you just need to look in the window. It's so
weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not finding the word, but whatever. Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yep.
Okay. I hope you were still able to follow all the stuff I said, because it was obviously a little bit delayed,
but that's okay.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess my connection was just gone for a second. Yeah. Like, again, no need to be so passive. You have everything up, you know, you have ult up, you have... At least, like, if you... Like, this guy is not gonna straight up one-shot you. He is fat, but he is not gonna 100 to 0 one-shot you, especially because you have mercs. So there's no reason to get zoned like this. At least try to contest, at least, like, put up some kind of fight.
Okay.
You're just giving up so much, you know, in this game.
Yeah.
And again, here again, like this guy's invading you with what? How much HP? 800? Okay, he's healing up, but what? You're running away, and your team is here. There's really like there's no reason to play so passive here. Like, this guy, you get the camp, of course, which is nice, but you should get his life, honestly.
Yeah.
All you need to do is place a W somewhere behind him here. This is so illegal. This is so greedy. Just place a W behind him here now, and you just kill him, or unless he starts running right away.
Yeah. So when I place the W out of sight, when I get into sight, does he see the animation for the W then?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just keep clearing jungle. I mean, now the game definitely turned in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
I think this W didn't place out of vision. I'm pretty sure. I think you walked up until here when the wave was there already. Yeah, so they saw you place it for no reason. Yeah. You can just be here and place it, and then you might catch someone. Probably you can't engage on them either, anyways, because they're kind of grouped up here. But still, there's no reason to ever place them like in vision. And now you take a little bit of poke as well. Doesn't really matter. You kind of heal it up again from this camp, but still. Again, like with the way this crab is here, you could probably just steal it away really quick. Kindred is top, you know that. You see all of them here, just go there and take it really quick. There's no reason to not take it. I mean, unless you want to commit for a play here, but the Lucian is not here anymore, the Kiana's not there. It's just...
Yeah, true.
And again, you're taking a lot of damage. And then, yeah, I hear you even die because I guess you're CC'd, but yeah, I told you, right? It doesn't feel good, of course, to ult when you're still kind of healthy, but you just need to realize that you're gonna be dead if you hit tank that Q, and it flies for such a long time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And or you don't even need to ult, you could just E probably, but yeah, you could just E up until here or whatever. You're just really not showing any resistance, basically, to dying here. And there were a lot of these kind of situations, right, where you just didn't use your abilities.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Just try, like, first of all, play more aggressive and really start using your abilities. And here again, right? I told you, I had to tell you like 10 times to just go on this guy, but he's so illegal what he's doing. And I'm not flaming you or anything for you not knowing it right away. Of course, that's what I'm here for. But just like really realize that this guy is not unkillable or anything. And if he's genuinely alone, which you can see that he is, then there's no reason to be scared.
Okay.
He used all of his abilities and whatever, and he still wasn't able to live.
Yeah, and that ult was really bad on my part. I didn't need to ult there.
I mean, yeah, I think you shouldn't ult out of Kindred ult because you can't die either, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like a huge mistake. At least you're healthy now. Yeah, like, just realize that, like this is a play where you can go for when she's 3k gold ahead, you know, or 4k almost. Imagine the kind of place you can go for when you're even or even like just ahead.
Right.
You know? Like in the early mid game, there were so many situations. I told you, right, but there were so many situations where you're just too scared to go for plays. But you need to realize this should show you that you can play the game, especially because these guys also don't really play their. They obviously don't play their champs very well either, right? Like they don't play them at a high level. So you can just you don't even need to play that well. You know, you just need to actually go for it and start going for it. Of course, like dying to the minions here.
Yeah, that was awkward. Yeah.
No reason, you know, like
yeah.
just like run, just run. There's really they can't even attack you enough, you know. They don't have any auto attack range. If you just keep running, you never die. You lost like so much HP to that, really for no reason.
Yeah.
And then here I told you, just like look if they do it here and they don't really pull it out, which they did in the end. If they pull it up until here, you can't really steal. But if it's still here, then Ekko is very good at stealing, right? He has his ult to get out. He has a lot of damage with his passive proc. It's still risky into an Anivia with Everfrost. It definitely is. But I mean, you can try, and it's a good Drake. Definitely one thing you should have done here is just W over. You could
Just
have
revision. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
true.
could have just W'd here, and then you maybe could have went for the steal.
Yeah, I
Definitely something you need to try. Yeah, at this point it's definitely difficult. You need to def all the waves. But here also, like, one just smaller thing, but just clear the wave. Like, your main focus is to clear the wave when they're pushing, so throw the Q now. Throw the Q. You want to throw as many Qs as possible. Why are you not clearing the wave, you know?
Yeah.
Again, you just didn't ult, you know. Of course, you weren't able to get into your W, but there's still no reason to die if you have ult up. But I already told you in game, right? Better to use the ult in like a kind of inefficient way than not use it at all and die, you know? Because being off the map for 50 seconds is definitely worse than using your ult a little bit inefficiently. Yeah, here the classic, they kind of misplayed. Yeah, I think if you just run to Nash right now, like, Nash falls down so fast. You do it in like 20 seconds, and then you can still clear.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you need to kind of clear
this. We don't have a lot
this.
of HP though on our. I mean, they would have taken.
You have enough. You have enough. You know, like the Lucian is healthy enough. Kiana should probably be the one defing the base here, and then the rest goes. I mean, you're also low, but Nash doesn't deal a lot of damage, and there's probably like a honey fruit somewhere to heal up a little bit. Also, if you clear the camps, you heal up. You need to find some way to win this game, you know?
Right.
At this point, you're just accepting the loss, and you're just delaying it.
Yeah.
No, with 3 open inhibs. And you definitely did have the time to do it. At this point, you're like at 30 minutes with the Lucian was also kind of strong actually, so definitely could have taken the Nash, and especially now they're getting it, of course, which is like making it unwinnable now. Yeah. Wait, let's see if there's maybe something here. Yeah, if you did the like the big mistake, like you could have killed the MF here for sure if you just don't rocket belt on Horizon and do like EQ rocket belt. But that's like not something I want you to focus on right now. There's definitely bigger things, but right, you're just not able to proc your passive because of the way you did this.
Okay.
It's whatever though. I mean, at this point you wouldn't win even if you kill her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, do you have any more questions for now?
No. Just so would you say not to necessarily worry too much about farming, but just being more aggressive?
Yeah, I think for you at the moment it's the most important stuff, right? Of course, at some point you will have to start worrying about that other stuff as well. But for you, that you don't even need the farm. You genuinely just need to actually like play the game a little bit more actively, you know. And obviously, it also really reflected in your stats beforehand. So I kind of expected this, but it's gonna make you so much better as well, right? Just actually, you were just so scared oftentimes. It even reflects in your item building, and you know, like building like mercs every game. You're just a little bit scared, but you don't need to be, you know. It's just Ekko is a champ. If you use his abilities, he's not that easy to kill. He really isn't. I'm just gonna show you the E auto attack reset and that stuff really quick.
Okay. Yep.
What? Why am I not allowed to? Oh, okay. What the fuck?
That's weird.
I've never seen that. Yeah, that's definitely something that would have helped you in some situations. But it's also, I don't even want to say it's like advanced. It's not super advanced. Most people know about it, but it's definitely like just do this kind of stuff on the camps, honestly. Like the like learn the mechanic, like get comfortable with your mechanics while clearing the camps, honestly. See. Like when you auto attack, you can do like this, and then it kind of resets. Actually, I think you should just go into practice tool and practice this really quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I don't. Do you use a tech move where like the thing turns red,
Yeah.
basically? Okay,
Yep, I
that's
do.
definitely
I
good.
do need to work on. I need to get better at setting up the champions only.
Yeah, that
Because
definitely also
I've
helps. Yeah.
messed things up with not being able to finish with the. That.
See, and I don't know, like the EQ combo. I don't know. When you did it, it looked a little bit like you threw it out too late, but maybe it was just the skin. I don't know. Maybe you saw the. Yeah, you can kind of see the animation. The
Mm-hmm.
important thing, of course, is just that the Q is flying out while you're eating. But that's also not, as I said, it's not something that's even necessary for you. I think really, for you, much more is about decision making at the moment. That's gonna make a huge difference in your gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even want to go into like too much advanced stuff. I guess just the way you could have killed the. I mean, you've seen me play, right? You know technically how some of these things can look. Just like
Mm-hmm.
the way what you did basically on the MF was you did like this, and then she just flashed away, and you didn't really even hit your Q, I think. But if you just do like this, and then like of course you don't need to do it super fast even, but just try to proc your pass, right? There are so many fights where you weren't able to proc your passive because you're just not
Right.
using your abilities very efficiently. So yeah, I mean just get into the habit of like when you're jungle clearing, get into the habit of using the E for auto attack resetting. It's gonna make you so much more comfortable with your mechanics. Just
Okay.
always do this. And
Gotcha.
as I said, especially with the Lich Bane build, it makes such a huge difference because you don't have a lot of attack speed.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to like overwhelm you with too much stuff, of course. It's a lot, of course, but the big thing is really the just playing more actively, more aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, yeah, like with the camera control, don't if it feels uncomfortable, just change it back, or like change it, lower it a little bit until it feels more
Yeah.
comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's something that definitely like you need to look at lanes more as well, of course. But I mean, it all ties in together. Of course, you need to look at the lanes to even make the decision to play aggressive and that kind of stuff. And like, not just look at lanes, but also look at the fights happening. Especially, really get into the habit of doing that. That's something that was
Okay.
definitely missing in a lot of situations where there were like fights happening right next to you, but you weren't really looking at them.
Yeah, that's true.
That definitely needs to start happening more because otherwise, how are you ever gonna like
Make a good
participate well?
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely. But it's all like I know it's like a lot of stuff. You're lacking a lot of stuff, of course. As I said, you've played in low elo for a lot of years. You've probably gotten a lot of bad habits, and like getting better at them. It's you should really take it one step at a time, in my opinion, and not focus on everything. But I think for especially for improving just like mechanically and whatever on Echo, just play more aggressively. You will end like do it in normals if you feel better about that. But I think generally playing ranked shouldn't really worry you too much.
Okay.
But just do it, and you will get better. Like how it's unreasonable to think that you're not gonna get better, especially if you actually try getting better. Like you will learn, of course, from your mistakes. You just need to even make the mistakes in the first place, I guess. And of course, I know you're watching me every now and then. Of course, you also just seeing how I play, or like even how other echoes play, or whatever. It will definitely help you as well.
Mm-hmm. True.
Um, just I don't know. It's a process, of course. Like especially mechanics is a process. You can't really force it or whatever. I told you in a lot of situations what you could have done or like how you could have played it differently. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously the games are always going to be different. So
Yeah.
you will have to learn to adapt on the fly. But the only way you're going to learn that is just by playing the game, fighting as much as possible, and
Mm-hmm.
learning your limits. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions,
No,
uh,
thanks for the help, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, I hope it really helps you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording.